Alright, what up guys? A two-hand skittle and Moto Fish here with Real Experience Ball Reviews, Storm, and the Bowling Factor here in Douglasville, Georgia. Bringing you a ball review on the all-new TNT Infused. But I do have my TNT Infused here, it's pin up. I'm comparing it to my pin up idle, and I have my pin down TNT compared to my pin down idle, because the TNT and idle are kind of similar. The idle I feel like just continues a little more off the spot. The TNT wants to be really slow and early and roll forward. But we are doing something different today. We have my phone up there filming the mic'd up part, and we have my camera down here filming the lane level view. So it will change to that camera whenever I throw a shot like this. Trying to strike, that would have been cool for that. Yeah, so we're going to compare these balls and do a little comparison real quick. The Infused, from my opinion so far, is a quicker TNT. That's all I'm seeing out of it so far. Not completely pearl, but it is hybrid. It's like 70-30 pearl, I do believe. Naturally, it's going to want to get farther down the lane, but it still has that characteristic of the TNT where it wants to be slow and roll kind of early. So it's going to get farther down the lane than a TNT, but I think it's not going to get as far as an idle per se. So we'll try to throw this one a little better. Yeah, it's most certainly better. So yeah, so now I will throw my pin up idle from the same spot. Stood on 17 there. I feel like I crossed through the arrows at like 15, 14-ish. Stay on 17, we'll see what happens. Throw it somewhere to the right, I'm not really paying attention too much. It's a little in. Yeah. Now we're gonna throw the pin down TNT in the same spot. I'm gonna stay on 17. It's probably gonna start rolling a little sooner because it's a solid and it's not as shiny. Oh, I stuck a little bit. Yeah, so it's gonna start a little sooner, be a little more chuggy. It's not gonna be as responsive off the spot. So it gives the illusion that it's not hooking as much, but in reality it is digging sooner. Just using its energy slower so it's not popping at the end. I will try to throw a better one though, because I was not very happy with my execution on that one. Stand on 17, float it off somewhere to the right. There you go. And we 7-10. That's good ball reaction. But yeah, as usual, we are on the 42-foot crisp ball pattern. It's like 6 or 8 to 1. I usually like to put out this pattern for ball reviews because it lets me show the difference in cores. There's still enough oil outside to show the difference in the ball reaction. So now we're going to throw the pin down idle, which is probably going to save just a little bit more energy than the TNT and be a little more continuous to the pins. So I think if I stay in the exact same spot with this ball, I might 4-9, or it's going to go dead flush. Went with the latter. From my knowledge, the TNTs and the idles, very similar balls. They do very similar things. The idle just does things slightly differently than the TNT, and the TNT does things slightly differently than the idle. But they both have the general same concept in my opinion. But I have yet to try an actual pin-up TNT and shine it, so I don't really know how it would compare, but I know a lot of us out on tour like to throw shiny idles because it gives us, it's like two balls in one, really. A shiny idle versus a dull idle. So now we're going to move left with the Infused and see what it does. Now that we've established that all four of these balls can strike from 17 or 7-10. So we're on 17, we're going to move to 20. Slow down a little bit, give it some shape. Alright, we got to slow it down just a little bit more. We'll stay at 20 here and just slow it down a little bit. This ball's not meant to go around him, I feel like. It's still a little sooner. This ball's happy spot is going to be probably when you have to go more direct at like the 6 pin or just not from deep. And when you get from this spot, so like, as I said, when you get to this spot, we throw my trusty shiny idle. We'll stand on 20. It's going to ricochet off the spot harder. Just like that. We throw the TNT Infused from there. I'll try to take away some of the projection, decrease my tilt a little bit on this shot. Dig with the ring finger. That's in. Almost 4.9. Yeah, the idle is just going to be a more quicker response ball off the end. TNT is a little slower, so it's going to take its time getting there. That's why I think it's going to be better when you're a little straighter and throwing it at the dry, not from an angle, but more up it. So on this next shot, we're actually going to try to throw it somewhat to the right instead of up the lane, because I suck. So we're going to dig with the ring finger again, try to take some of the projection away and my tilt away a little bit so this ball can actually pop off the spot instead of float. And then I throw in a 9. All right, so starting to get a little bit of a line now, so I don't think I have to pop it or take my tilt away anymore. So we're just going to be soft with it and go around it and see what happens. Yeah. I found the hook spot. So now there's a little bit of a hook spot. We're going to inch left a little bit and go around them like I like to do. So we'll go to 22 here, make a 2-board move. I'm not going to change my eyes at all because I know it hooks from where I was throwing it. All right, so it still wants to hook from there. So what we're going to do on this next one is we're going to move another 2 left and move up on the approach. See if that can make it come off the spot a little harder. So I was on 22, we'll move to 24 and move up. Move up a good half foot. Just force my feet down, force everything to be slower. And gotta throw it right still. But the thing I do like about this ball so far is that even though it's more pearl than it is hybrid, even though it's classified as a hybrid, is it definitely has some characteristics of a solid still. So it's still slow and early, which I do like. But since it's a pearl, it's probably going to float a little more if you make it. We'll stand on 20, what is that? 27. Stand on 27 here. So yeah. Its comfort spot right now on this 42-foot pattern is standing in between 20 and 25 and throwing in between 3rd and 4th arrow. Kind of up the back of it, but not too far. So we will throw that now. We'll show you its comfort spot. Down 21 here. God, another one. So we'll stand in the same spot as that last one. But we'll slow down a little bit and try to get it to see this spot sooner. Oh, it's stuck. Well, poor execution, good result. What I do think this ball likes is it doesn't like to be spun. It likes to be kind of more up the back and thrown forward because it's still a TNT. It's not a idle pearl. All right, so we're gonna try to hang this thing over the edge. Sound 20. We'll open up a little bit. Ooh. So now we'll throw the idle from that same spot and try to play that same angle. This is my pin-up idle. Now we're gonna stand on 20, throw it to the same spot with the idle. Or a similar spot. I didn't get it as far out, but it came off the spot a little harder. So now we will get it out. So standing on 20, opening up. Oh, that's gotta push. Ooh. Pull the 7-9 down. We will now throw the pin down TNT. Or not, yeah, this is an idle, this is pink. We're gonna throw this, we're gonna instantly move a couple boards right. So we're gonna stand on 18 here. Ball is going to be a little pin down idle is going to want to be a little closer to the friction because it's not going to react as hard. That is something that a lot of people get backwards. Pin down and pin up balls. So if you take an idle, for example, they're not at the same surface because a shiny pin up idle is godly. But my pin down idle and my pin up idle, they would read in the same spot. If I pulled out Specto, the breakpoint board would be the same spot or similar, very similar. It's just they do things differently. Pin downs aren't as responsive to dry, that's why you can get closer to the friction. Pin ups are more responsive to dry, that's why you have to get farther away from the friction. So now we're going to throw the pin down TNT, which is chuggier than the pin down idle. So we stood on 16, we stood on 17. 16. We stood on 17 with the pin down idle because 17 plus 5 is 22. Yeah, the TNT is going to be a little slower, so it's not going to come off the spot as hard. We're going to try that again. But we're going to move a little further right, so it just kind of force it to hook. 15 here. This might hook instantly. I'm not entirely sure. Nope. So pin down TNT likes 15. Pin down idle likes 17 or 16. I think it's, yeah, 17 because 17 is plus 5. So we are now standing on 20. That was almost cool. TNT Infused is going to come off the spot a little harder with it being pin up and also a shiny hybrid, like 2-part pearl, 1-part solid hybrid thingy. We're going to throw 1 shot each from where they all like. So we'll start with the Infused. I'm going to give it a little more room, so we'll go to 22 with the Infused. Yeah, that read good. So now we're going to go to, I'd say 16 with the TNT. We're throwing a couple balls, so I feel like it's going to react a little harder out there. So staying on 16. With the pin down TNT. Now we'll go to 18 with the pin up idle. Alright, you know what, we'll take that. I'm tired. But yeah, the pin down idle is going to be about 3 boards more than the TNT. The pin down TNT. So now we're going to throw the shiny idle. The TNT Infused happy spot was 22, I do believe. So we will go to 23 with the pin up idle. Around the world. And we leave the same result. Idle see, idle do. So we are on 25 now. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the review on the TNT Infused. Compare it to the idle, compare it to the TNT. But hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Real Experience Ball Reviews, for letting me do ball reviews on your channel, let me be a part of the community and helping the community. Also, thank you, Storm Bowling, and above all, thank you, the Bowling Factory here in Douglasville, Georgia. Wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. They allow me to do here all the time, do stuff here all the time and practice as much as I want. So huge shout out to them. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.